Right, so another Lisa Sikorsky sketch, and I have actually started to run out of the Hip Kit papers. Tons and tons of embellishments left, but I'm running out of the papers. So what I've done is, these are, so this is a bit left from Hip Kit. These are from Whimsical Trees, a Stampin' Up collection, which I thought the pinks and this mint went with what I've been using in the embellishments of this Hip Kit collection. So that's what I thought we'd use. Still on Christmas 2020, which is why I'm trying to use this Hip Kit club stuff up from back then. So I want to trim this down a little bit. It's a bit too wide. I'm just going to make sure where I'm going to be in shot. Do my pencil mark so I don't lose you off the page. Right, okay, so these are 6x4 trimmed down a little bit. So I'm going to, I don't know, take this just over 6, maybe 7-ish inches. Don't know exactly, I've not got the measuring bit out. Let me have a look, see if that's big enough still. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now, on here, I think maybe these are 3x4, 3.5x5 maybe. 3x4 I'm thinking. I've done them 6x4 just because I am putting more pictures on. So I use Picasso, you can use it, which is a really old Google application that I've got on my PC that I've had for years. And every time I change my computer, I find that old download because it's just my preferred way of managing my photo library. And I use their collage tool to put 2 3x4 pictures onto one 6x4, and there's loads of photo apps out there for your phones that'll do exactly the same thing. Pic Collage and the Project Life app, if that's still out there. I don't know, I've never used it, so, or I've used it once or twice. So yeah, so because I'm using more pictures, I didn't want these to be too small to be able to see the 2 photos, so that's why I've done them bigger. I'm liking that, so I'm going to get this stuck down, and then just needs a title and embellishments really. Because I've cut this piece in half to make it bigger, I am going to use my rule to make sure it's all lined up properly, so that I don't end up with the 2 halves of the paper wonky. So it's great if it's wonky on purpose, but if you meant for it to be straight and it goes wonky, it looks a bit pants. And I mean for this to be straight. So look, I mean the pinks aren't that far off, are they? The middle, so that you've got the red, the white and the pink on here, and that's pretty close. It doesn't have to be exact. You know, you can use different shades, and I think this mint goes quite nice with this green, so I think we're doing all right there. Right, I don't know if this happens to you with your ATG where it goes all funny, doesn't actually stick to the paper. I know it's got something to do with the angle I start off at and making sure I'm putting the right amount of pressure down on it. So that's that. Now, that's not right. Nearly there. Didn't get it quite lined up right to this end of the page. There we go. So, what I am going to do, I was going to do my picture raised, but I'm not. This is me and Mr. Ding. So this is, I'm thinking from the plates after we've eaten. Christmas dinner 2020. So I just pulled that off then to get that lined up to the very edge of the page. Glue, don't go all the way to the edges, especially if you're going to be tucking embellishments under the edge of the photos. You can see that I did these as well when I printed it. I printed it bordered and then just trimmed the border down a little bit so it's not the full width. That means I don't really have to map the photos unless I'm wanting, you know, pattern behind them or a different colour. Okay, so this has got this bit up here, which I could have cut a bit off that before I put it on, and I should have probably, but I have these strips from my other layout. I shared it yesterday in terms of when you saw it on Instagram to when I'm making this layout, that is. Okay, I'm just going to cut a thinner strip of that off. I've just thrown my scraps on the floor. I'm going to want a thinner bit. I don't know, it's 4 inches ish. And we're going to have a bigger bit of this. So the bits are cut off. We're going to make that a bit thinner as well. Try and get some of the sparkle. Made it too thin. I think I'll have to trim that down. I think we've got it now. Let's have a look. We're going to have that there with that. She'll like that. Now, on the sketch, it's this big circle and titles here. Because mine's coming all the way over a lot further. I'm not going to do that big circle. I was thinking of maybe doing it in embellishments, but I think that'll look a bit rubbish. So we'll get my title on, which I haven't 100% decided on yet. If I've got any words left, I've got to use them. They are gorgeous. Oh, I've used a little bit of the lighter ones. Right, so I don't know how other Brits watching this feel about Home for the Holidays. It is Christmas, not holiday. I know it's rather American or North American kind of things, referring to it as holidays, because I know there's what Thanksgiving and Christmas quite close together. I don't know if it's because of that. So what I would want to do is Home for Christmas, because this, I've said this before, so if you've watched a few of my videos you'll know, where we celebrate Christmas is my sister Christine and her husband's house, and my sister's mother-in-law live with them now, and it's the house that Christine and I was born in. It's the house that the 5 of us, Anthony, Christine, Alison, me and Will, we grew up in. And Christine and Andy, when my parents needed to move to a bungalow, just for making it easier for caring for my dad, I put the glue on the wrong side of that because I'm talking at the same time. Yeah, they moved, when my mum and dad moved to a bungalow, Christine and Andy bought the house we grew up in off my parents and did a lot of work to it. This huge extension out the back, which means we all fit very nicely in for Christmas dinner, which Christine will tell you was part of the motivation for having that extension. So for us, for me, you know, I especially consider it that way, even though I have my own home with Mark, with Mr. Bing. This house is still home, and Emma and Alex lived there at the time, and my sister's other daughter and partner had not long, daughter had moved out a few years ago with her partner. So I'm thinking Home for Christmas, because as much as I love that word, I can't bring myself to use holidays. And, you know, nothing against my American friends, that makes absolute sense too. Use it saying holidays, but it isn't something I would say. I'm just going to say, within the old embellishments from the old packs, when I have a Christmas, I've got Merry Holidays. So much stuff to use still. I'm just hoping this all goes with the new sets. You know, I haven't got a Christmas in all of that. Okay. So, we're going to use the gorgeous font. I'm going to run out of these letters eventually. Because I keep on writing Christmas with this font. I'm on my last capital C. Let's have a look. I'm hoping I can still make Christmas out of this font, shall we see. So yeah, so we have big Christmas dinner with most of us. In the back room, dining room, family room at Christine's and Andy's. And we, you know, we start the day all together, and we've done that for as long as I can remember. So when we're all growing up in our own houses, like 5 of us, with our own families, partners, whatever, you know, variation of that is, we would still 10 o'clock-ish have been round at mum and dad's, either here or the bungalow they moved to. In the last couple of years they were with us, and we'd all open our Christmas gifts to each other all together before Christmas lunch. Nearly missed me all then. And then there'd be a couple of hours lull whilst Christmas lunch is finished off. So even when mum and dad had their own house, only the first year in the bungalow that we all had Christmas dinner at the bungalow. It was back at Chris and Andy's at the house we grew up in after that first year at the bungalow. So it'd be everybody to Chris and Andy's for lunch. And we have games after lunch. And then after games, or during games, we'd stop, we'd have a break for pudding. And considering Emma is a master baker, she's amazing, apply for Bake Off and we're all fingers crossed she gets in. You know, we have some amazing desserts and then carry on with games. And by which time Amy, so niece number 2, age, not preference, niece number 2 and her partner all arrive, because they always have Christmas dinner, or have in the past, a Christmas dinner with his parents. Okay, so titles on. Time to embellish. I may have to pause in a bit because Mr. Ding's about to go to work. So embellishments on this is here. So I am probably going to put something up here. Just dotting some stuff about. Mooching through the box. Because it's all mixed up now. I also don't know where I'm putting my journaling. Oh. go through the box, try and find more of these. Right, the thing's now gone to work. Sorry, I'm all yours again. Okay, let's have a look. Don't have any more words that will go with this. It's naughty or nice. Right, it's the problem when you just go, I'm going to commit to stick this here. So if you change your mind, it's a bit of a mess. Okay. Oh my gosh, these stamps are gorgeous. I've never used them. Now, do we use any of these? Problem is, there's not much room for embellishing on this, is there? Because of how big the photos are. I've never used these. I have issue with acetate pieces. 2 reasons. Do they really stand out? And what do you stick them down with? See, these black ones do. You know me, I like layers. Not sure. Oh, I'm going to have to print that photo again. These houses will go so well though, considering about being home for Christmas. Well, not about, but that, you know, what the title is. Do something like that with it. Oh, I've done it again. With them going under. That one there with the title over it. I'm going to do that. Let's see if this one exists. Yes, it does. I can't remember which way around I was doing them then. Green at the very back with that on it. And then pink. I think I'm going to have to take a couple of these letters off, maybe even the home, to get the big one here. Like that, yeah. Let's put the letters back on first. One back on straight, shall we try? There we go. I like them there. We have some more of them. Stuck to the adhesive that's stuck to there. Now, do I put these here? Do we have another one? Now I know I said I wasn't doing a wreath or a circle, but come on, but that, no, OTT, don't need it, just because I've seen it, not need it. Don't think a green one's a good idea, but I think it's another pink one. There's a green and a mint one left there. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, just trying to put the bits I'm not using back in. Yes, tape folder. And of course, static, it's all sticking to me. Right, I'm just thinking. That we have 3 and 2 houses here. Where are the other 3 going? Here. Maybe. I don't know. Right, I'm going to put that there. And then this needs more adhesive on it, because I keep pulling it up. That goes over there. Okay. This just needs to come up this end, so I can put these behind it. There's some sticky stuck on my mat. It's fine, I'll get that off. I'll use my adhesive eraser in a minute. Get that off. There we go. Okay. So those houses are under different layers. Forgot I've got actual. Forgot I had them. Where's my scissors? Can't see these, so we're going to take them off. I'm going to stick that there instead, and we're going to see if I've got another house. Yes, I have another house. I've got a thinner one. Nope. Got a bigger one, not a thinner one. Right, so. Oh, I'm making such a mess of this again. Oh no. There we go. There we go. That looks okay. That'll do. Some sticky on this because I like that. Trees in there with them. That's cute. You know what? I've got so many embellishments to use. I'm overwhelming myself. I don't know if I'm coming or going with what I'm doing. See, that would have been nice there, but I've already put my hands as well. I think I'm done. I'm just going to double check through the embellishments, make sure there's nothing more I want to throw up. I've not even used any of them yet. Right, I think that's done. We're going to call that done. Oh wait a minute, where's the Nouveau? We might pop some Nouveau on this one. Have we got a piece of release paper for me to... I'm just going to get a bit of scrap. These are different versions of the photos, just to make sure. Yeah, you have to make sure there's no air. So, I'm going to go here. Oh, that's not good. That's sticking to the bowl. It's not going right at all. Right, I'm going to call that done. I'm going to wait for them to level off and dome before I take any pictures. Thanks for watching. Bye.